Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the narcissist, as you might expect. And I'm going to talk about the fact that, contrary to popular opinion, the narcissist does deeply care about someone. They really do. So all throughout their lives, the narcissist makes and breaks relationships. They go through life, as I often say, as that vortex, that evil on two legs, that goes through the world just like that, everywhere they go, all throughout their lives. And that vortex sucks in everything around it. So they make relationships constantly. Sometimes that means in the form of having children. They start out with relationships, typically with parents and siblings. They're going to make acquaintances and friends, we'll somewhat call it, through the places they work, the schools they attend, the places they go and frequent. So the narcissist is always making relationships all throughout their lives. The same way that we do, that healthy people do, except I think that they're on a constant search for that new energy source. So we, normal people sort of make relationships as we go about through our lives naturally. We don't think to ourselves every second of every day, I've got to make a new relationship. I've got to discover who's out there. I've got to see who's there. Who can I glom onto? Who can I start to kick the tires on? What relationship could possibly be next? But they do those things because they have to, for 1,000 different reasons, some of which I'm going to talk about here. But the narcissist goes about, as we know, destroying, maiming. They take no prisoners. Well, they do for a little while if you'll stay deeply entrenched in the narcissistic spell or the trauma bond. But they basically are just out to destroy. And they make relationships constantly. Here's the thing. They don't care about one of them. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance. They don't care about their roommates. They don't care about their friends. They don't care about their acquaintances. They definitely don't care about God. A lot of them will fake it because, as I recently talked about on a video, the narcissist is going to masquerade as an angel of light. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I really like that one. So they're going to masquerade as an angel of light and pretend to be a servant of righteousness, but they're evil to the core. That's how evil dresses itself up as good. But they don't care about God. And they don't care about any of the people I mentioned on that list. The narcissist cares about one person and one person only, and deeply, and with every fiber of their beings. And that is themselves. That's right. So the narcissist does indeed care about someone. They care about one person and one person only to the maximum extent, and that is them. There is no one else that factors in. There is not even a list of people that the narcissist cares about because it'd be a list of one. And you think, is that really true? Maybe you're being too harsh. No, this is as realistic as it gets. They will sacrifice everyone and everything throughout their entire lives to promote the one and only themselves. So this is another parallel I want to draw. Who does this? I mention this so frequently on here. Anyone who thinks that narcissism is just simply a mental disorder and they're lacking some sort of cognitive function, or they're just a product of how they grew up and they really can't help it, and it's just, like I said, it's just mental, or they just subconsciously or unconsciously do the things that they do. That's not true, with few exceptions. For the most part, they plot, plan, hatch schemes, they do evil. And what a narcissist really is Satan's foot soldier. That's right, they're a whole legion of satanic foot soldiers that go about the world, all as that evil vortex that I talk about, and the only thing they do is destroy. And every relationship they make is for their own gain and their own gain only. But the side part of that is that they're going to destroy you because that is for their best interest. Believe it or not, I know it's so warped. But it is, because they need people around them at all times. They feed off everyone else's emotions. They cannot regulate themselves. They cannot do it. That's why they're never alone. That's why they can never be alone for a second. That's why all narcissists cheat, as I just talked about on one of my recent videos. All narcissists cheat because they cannot be alone, and the only way to ensure that you're never alone is to constantly be talking to people all the time. From day one, you're not the only person in a narcissist's life, and you're not the only person at the end of the relationship, and it will end unless you or whoever it is chooses to be a lifelong doormat. But even if you do that, they're still cheating. So they need people at all times. So the narcissist, though, is that evil vortex. They are that satanic foot soldier. And the commonality here is they take on all the traits of their evil master. Just as a Christian takes on the traits of their Lord and Master, Jesus Christ, it's exactly that way with Satan. Those who follow him take on his attributes and his characteristics. So at the end of the day, when you think about this, Satan cares nothing for anyone. He hates God. He cares nothing for God. He cares nothing for the angels of light, the true angels, the angels of holiness. He cares nothing, and this is a key, he cares nothing for his earthly satanic foot soldiers. They're just his wind-up toys that he sends in to blow people up. But in the process, if they blow themselves up, that's great. Who cares? To Satan, even his foot soldiers in this world are like little mice that just run around. If they live or die, it makes no difference. And he cares for them only in the sense of what they can do for him, which is destroy and corrupt. Satan uses the narcissist as an extension of himself. They're little carbon copies of who Satan is. But he doesn't give one single rip about any narcissist on this planet or anyone else on this planet. Satan is the ultimate narcissist. Every single thing that's ever done by Satan is done for him and his glory and his power and his means and motives, and nothing else ever factors in. The forces of evil will eat themselves, will eat one another if they get in each other's way. So that's the thing. That's what you have to understand. The narcissist in every way mirrors the image and the characteristics of their dark lord, the devil. Satan cares zilch about a single thing or person on this earth. Neither does the narcissist, except for themselves. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's the reality of it. The narcissist cares nothing about a soul, not their kids, not their romantic partners. Nobody. That's why they can leave you high and dry in an instant, in a flash, and not even care, not a lick about it. Because you never mattered to them, and no one ever matters to them. And if you wondered, well, maybe that was, I know their track record, I know they were this way with me, but man, maybe there's this outside chance that they're really good to the person they're with now, or they'll be really good to a person they're with down the road. You are highly, highly disillusioned if you think that. And I've been there. Believe me, it's occurred to me every once in a while to think, man, just maybe they've changed. Just maybe they're being better to the person they're with now. No, they're not. They can't. Because fundamentally, they do not change and they do not care about anyone but themselves. But also, like their dark master, the devil, the irony of all of this is, though they are the only ones who care about themselves. Sorry, guys, hold on one second. All right, I'm back. My phone's blown up here on me today. But like their Dark Master too, they care nothing about anybody. And they loathe and despise themselves. And that's the thing that's so ironic about the narcissist. The narcissist hates themselves. There's an endless hole. They despise themselves. So that gets to the heart of it. Why does the narcissist not care about anyone but themselves? Because they actually hate themselves too. And if you hate yourself, you cannot love anyone else. And more to the point, to get really deep into it, the narcissist hates themselves and has that infinite hole of darkness inside of them. And the only thing they can do is temporarily self-soothe by spewing their venom and their toxin onto other people. So that's why all this kind of comes full circle. They need other people to regulate. They hate everybody, though, because they hate themselves, but they still need people so that they can spew their darkness onto others. Yeah. Guys, we can talk about narcissists all we want, but just understand, we're never going to crack every code. You cannot understand fully the nature of Satan or the nature of evil. And therefore, you cannot fully understand the nature of the narcissist. They are a scramble. Their brain is so disorganized and their emotions are so all over the place. There's so much shame and self-loathing and self-hatred. How can such a person care about anyone? They don't. The answer is they don't. They care about just one person, themselves, but they also hate themselves. So when I say, in closing, they care about only one person, I don't mean that they love only one person, because love is a different thing. Love is a deeper emotion that they can't resonate with. And even though we talk about narcissists being lovers of self, we don't mean that they love people the way a godly person does or the way God loves people. We mean that they are completely and purely self-interested and self-motivated. The narcissist hates themselves and they hate everyone else. I did a video on that too. The narcissist hates everyone. So just understand, there can be, I think, no question about this if you know who they are. The narcissist cares about one person on the face of this earth, and that will never, ever, ever, ever change. And that's themselves. They hate themselves, but they have interest and care and concern only for their own needs at all times. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys found this interesting. Going to be at you later this week with a couple more videos. Until then, God bless.